Uncle Anthony was a mechanical engineer before the war started. He was steady and skilled with machines. He married a Yoruba woman, and their children spoke fluent Yoruba. Yes. When the war broke out, his in-law helped him join the Federal Army not to fight, but to stay safe. He ended up behind enemy lines, fixing tanks and heavy equipment, training other engineers under fire. The moment the war ended, he resigned, quietly walked away. Uncle Anthony came back to the village with his family in a military truck. The people were uneasy, knowing that he had fought for the other side. He had 3 kids. Charles was the oldest. 2 weeks later, his wife opened a small restaurant at a low market. At the market, beside his wife's restaurant, soldiers stood guard over bags of food relief meant for the people, sent by missionaries and colonial masters, waiting for the right time to share. But hunger had no patience. The crowd surged, grabbing, shouting, desperate. In seconds, chaos. Then gunfire. Charles, out with the landlord's daughter, was hit in the chest and leg. She died where she fell.
Food to go and get it. Could you not go yourselves to go and get this food?
We can go if the authorities will.
For example, all the way up and down the road, there are people with, carrying food on their heads. I mean, there doesn't appear to be any restriction of movement in this area.
No, not at all.
Why stay here if there's food 5 miles down the road?
The reason is this: if you carry the food while coming out, a hungry man will pounce on you again and take it from you. The whole place will be rowdy.
Go if you wish. I know you've got your problems. I'm not trying to make things easy for you.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find what the facts are.
Correct.
I would have said go in a gang so that you've got protection. Go 5 miles down the road and collect your food. Now, if the federal forces say you can't do this, it's another story. But at the present moment, you haven't told me that there's any restriction of food.
We need someone to go to our Mama market to bring Charlie back home.
News of Charles' death reached the village. The elders prepared to bring his body home, but they needed a volunteer. It had to be someone young, too old, and the army might see him as a rebel in disguise. A girl could be taken as a wife by force. Christopher, Charles' younger brother, just 9, stepped forward. I couldn't let him face the danger, so I volunteered instead, leaving by 4 a.m.
Sometimes you're strong and sometimes you fall, but that doesn't end it all. Gotta stand up and gotta get going. There's so many words to be won.
At the market, federal soldiers stopped me. They ordered me to carry boxes on my head, along with other boys they'd seized. Then I heard my name, Charles. He was alive, wrapped in bandages, still recovering. He called out, but the soldiers pushed me forward. I had no choice but to keep. Heartbroken, Charles went to the restaurant to tell his mother. She ran to beg the Major General. He was Yoruba, which made it easier.
Jọ̀wọ́, ẹ jẹ́ kí ọmọ mi lọ. Ọmọ rere lásán ni.
Orúkọ mi ni Major General Ọláìyá. Arábìnrin mi ní ẹ̀, mo fún ọ ní ọ̀rọ̀ mi. Ọmọ rẹ̀ yóò padà wá, mo ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọkọ rẹ̀ ní Èkó.
A young boy was captured by the army and forced to carry heavy boxes, marching for days without rest. Word of his disappearance reached his uncle, a Yoruba officer from his mother's side. Without delay, the uncle left his battalion in Port Harcourt and came down to search for his missing nephew.
Emeka, uncle, Emeka, Abiodu, your mother has been looking for you. You must go home now, Emeka.
The Major General gave the order to let me go home. I had blisters from the long walk, carrying boxes on my head. I rode my bicycle toward the village, too hungry and weak to speak. As I arrived, I fell off. People gathered around me.
Charles is alive and receiving treatment at Awo Mama. John has paid a great sacrifice. May God bless him.
Our women must not stray too far from the house. The soldiers are still out there. If they catch them alone...
The war is over, but we must still be careful. Danger may still be hiding in the shadows.
We owe it to the ones we lost not to lose anyone else. The battle is no longer fought with
bombs, but with silence, with fear, with shame, and we must not let it consume.
Women, don't go to the stream alone. Let no girl walk the farm paths without a brother.
The war is said to be over, but in truth, the wounds are still bleeding. Peace has not yet touched the land. The uniforms are still on the roads, the guns are still loaded, and our daughters are not yet safe. We must move like a people who have survived something terrible. Quiet steps, sharp eyes, loud hearts. Our homes must become places of refuge, not mourning.